The two. All right, so my last live video, somebody asked, was I watching the NBA playoffs? And the answer to that is no. Not other than what I hear story or World Star Hip Hop. Now, I know Damian Lillard just hit for what, 61 points? And then who was it? Somebody said something to Steph Curry and said that Steph Curry couldn't do the same thing. Steph was like, yo, you bugging, and he uploads all kinds of reruns of him hitting from that distance. So, I mean, I don't even know why you would tell one of the greatest basketball players ever that he couldn't hit from the same distance Damian Lillard can hit. I mean, that's just ridiculous. LeBron struggle. What's good? What's good? LeBron shoots. Uh, oh, he's shooting low. But you guys want to talk about it, so we can talk about it. Uh, I don't really like. I haven't looked at the schedule or anything. I just been so focused on, you know, pretty much getting my little, act together over here, and I haven't really been focused on what the NBA is doing, especially since the NBA been out. Now, let me say this: I watched that clip of Damian Lillard. I watched that clip of Damian Lillard, right? And I noticed something about the NBA. The NBA, being at its coronavirus NBA, uh, is so like nobody wants to get in contact. Okay, so let's look at what happened when coronavirus first came out, and the basketball players started getting it. That one basketball player spread it on purpose, and a lot of other basketball players got it, right. And remember, this dude went around and they interviewed him, and he touched the mic and all that, right. So other people in the locker room got it, and then other players were like, "Yo, I got it because of this dude," right. The Lakers are missing perimeter, right, right. So yeah, and he's LeBron's. He just got stuff too, didn't he? Try to go down the middle and get stuff, but so what the players are thinking is, okay, we can play in the dome, we can play, but basketball is a contact sport, regardless of any other way you look at it. Basketball is a contact sport. So for somebody who has a decent three like Damian Lillard to come out with 61 points, all of because of what Patrick Beverly said to him, that just doesn't surprise me in the least because it's not the same basketball that was played last year. And it definitely ain't the same basketball that was played, back in the Jordan days when they tried to pretty much beat the dude up whenever he came in the middle because he was embarrassing him so much. So it's a whole different game now. And I mean, you still have people coming down the middle and all that. But the 3 point game is even more important now because people really don't want to have a lot of contact with each other because they don't want to get sick. Even though they get sprayed down when they come in the dome and when they leave the dome, to me, none of that is gonna matter because in their mind state, they still think that you know I can still get sick from a coronavirus, and the truth is you can. You can still get sick from it. So, regardless of how much protection you think that you have, where there's a virus, there's a way. I mean, there's just a way for you to get sick. Even though the majority of the people who do get sick from it recover, so it's not like it's a death sentence. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people who got sick recovered from it. It's no big deal. 3, 4 days in the bed, whatever, or rest and separated from the family, and boom, they're back at it now. Of course, they still have the virus. Once you get a virus, you have it. It doesn't go anywhere, but the symptoms go away. So the symptoms are usually what kill people. It's not the actual virus, it's the symptoms of the virus. And in some cases, the virus breaks down your uh, immune system, so you can't fight off common cold symptoms, and it just weakens you altogether. But nonetheless, so I just wanted to talk about that as far as the playoffs is concerned. But if you guys want me to start making those videos, and just to simply tell you what I think, perimeter shots, who's going down the middle, I will start watching those videos and start putting those videos up again, and pretty much try to guess who I think is going to do what. Um, but I haven't looked at a full game of basketball in a long time. Uh, if you would ask me to make a choice right now, I'm going to say Lakers. Uh, I think it's a whole soap opera. And, being that the Lakers may be looking bad now, I mean, come on, Space Jam just is coming out, right? And Bron just came out with his new Space Jam outfit and all that other stuff. You guys know I always say follow the money, follow the ads. Who's the money getting behind. So it just makes good financial sense for LeBron James to just go all the way. It just does. Especially now that the NBA is losing so much money because of attendance. Good morning. They're losing so much money because of attendance. I think they would do that now more than anything because they're trying to get their Nelson ratings up. I mean, you would think that the Nelson ratings will be sky high for basketball right now. I mean, you really would. You would think that the Nelson rating for it just be sky high. Everybody's, home watching basketball. But I don't think that their ratings are as high as they. What do you think the Lakers? Who do you think the Lakers will beat in the finals? You know what? That's a question. And to answer your question, I would need to answer your question. I would need to look at who's even doing what. Like, I don't even know. Like I said, I don't watch the games, but I don't know who's doing what. I don't in any conference. So if you gave me, okay, Milwaukee, really, Milwaukee, huh? The Bucks, right? Huh? Okay. Things are really switched around. Like, I don't know who's in what league and whatever. Uh, I guess I can go upstairs and look real quick. I'm waiting on these guys to pull up, but I gotta go in here. All right, waiting on a delivery. Delivery, it's up to you. Bang, 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 bang. Depp. Boy's in jail for 30 years for killing somebody. Wasn't worth it, was it, G? All right, let me look at the schedule. It's up to you, special delivery. I need that. All right, hold on. Let me do this. Let's see who's in the playoffs. All right, so it's underway, isn't it? Oh wow! Oh, it's really kicked off, isn't it? Okay, so Thunder and the Rockets. The Thunder beat the So the Rockets beat the Thunder yesterday. Shoot, it is. See, I didn't even know it was this far in progress. I am so sorry, you guys. This little guy is all in my hair. Ladybug. Blazers, Lakers. Okay. Blazers lose to the Lakers. I just think the Lakers is going to take the whole thing. Let me get on here. Game 2. Nets lose to the Raptors. Okay. Hawaii, right? And game 2. Denver. Okay, so that's underway right now. Jazz in Denver. All right, let me pick a conference. Standing players lose. Man, I'm so far out of the loop. All right, let me see how many games I got to play. A lot. Game 1 of what? 5, right? It's game 1 of 5 in the before the big one, right? Something like that. Who would they be playing against? I see the Rockets are still in it. All right, so let me go down to game 2 and just kind of look and see what Sixers still got that big man. Okay. Who's on the Celtics? Do they still got that play for Cleveland? Pacers? No idea. So right now, I don't know. It would be just guesswork. Bucks are looking good right now, but I'm thinking it's going to be coming soon. Okay, it's going to be a late. Just go from the Lakers. Yeah, I'm taking the Lakers all day. Portland or Rockets might go to the final. Okay. If the Lakers are not going to be in the finals. Okay. Celtics have Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Okay, I don't know any of those players. All right, so I'm going to have to get with you guys and start watching some of these, not the games. What I'm going to do is start watching the review of the games, and I'll be able to, talk more extensively on who I think is going to do what. But right now, my choice is James all day. Celtics. Celtics is also the mix to Lakers. So you guys got who right now? You guys got who? You guys got the Lakers, and who else? Oh, wait a minute. Does everybody have the Lakers? Does everybody think that, it's going to be the Lakers? Everybody's taking the Lakers right now? You got Lakers and either Bucks or Celtics or Raptors. I mean, you don't sound too sure. You got 3 teams on one side. How many more teams are left? There's only like 2 other teams left, isn't it? I mean, narrow it down, man. Give us some insight. Give us some insight. Don't say, well, I got, one, half of what's left. Eastern. Oh, it's really a toss-up. That's a better statement. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Everybody's balling out of control. I remember when football was like that too. And you really didn't know who was going to do what. And you waited, and then what happened is you waited until somebody got hurt. And once somebody got hurt, you were just like, oh, so-and-so's running back is hurt. Or you wait until Antonio Brown did something else stupid, and he was gone, and then Bell, he was gone, and then Roethlisberger, he catches another case, and there went the Steelers. There went the Steelers. Boom. Steelers are done. Okay, so now let's concentrate on Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the Colts. Okay, Steelers. But all it really did was made room for the Pats. So no Steelers? Okay, Pats. And then once the Ravens, did something wrong, it was okay. So, and those are really three teams that you really look for. For the last 4 years. The Colts, not anymore. You either look for the Steelers until they lost Antonio Brown, and then they lost Bell in the same year, and then you start looking at of course you always kept your eye on the Pats because they traded players out, going in and out of a doggone candy store, and then you were looking at Cincinnati. They lost their quarterback, so no. The Browns kept getting decent quarterbacks but couldn't keep them because they kept getting hurt. Then you had the Ravens. The Ravens were always in the running because, they're always contending with the Steelers pretty much. And, there was that whole back and forth. What up with you? What up, Vic? Where's Kid? Yeah, so you had that whole thing. I already hope the Steelers do well this year with Big Ben coming back. Yeah, Big Ben coming back. See, but that's the way they play it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? These crazy stories that are happening. And you're like, wait, what? All of a sudden, something out of the blue happening. You're like, I don't really think this is happening. I think what's going on is you guys are telling these people to make these mistakes, and they do, and it helps out whatever team recovered, and that's the way I look at it. Like the Rams, when the Rams went to the Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? The Rams had the best running back in the game. And then, and I think they lost the Super Bowl, didn't they? They lost the Super Bowl. And then the Rams, the next year, that player was hurt. Who is he? Todd Gurley. And I was like, how all of a sudden you can't play? All of a sudden you went from dominating. This dude went to the end zone, stopped at the end zone, turned around before he got into the end zone, and waited for somebody to tackle him. Like he was that good. And all of a sudden he's not that good. Like, no, it's just ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. Like they're telling these players, when and when not to execute at their best in order so they can manipulate the games. And now we know that we already knew that Underworld was in on sports. Now it's legal for betting in sports. You're never going to get an honest game. If you want an honest game, go watch Little League. Go watch Little League. Go watch flag football. If you want an honest game, go watch some 9-year-olds play, with the helmet, crooked and barely even know how to do anything. You're going to get the best 100% purest football that you're going to get, because right after that, it's all mucked. It's all mucked. It's all parents getting involved and acting crazy. And as soon as it hits middle school, it's just a joke, because no middle school was the same. You're just not. And you can tell once that kid gets out of middle school and gets into high school, things are going to be catered towards them. Hell, some high schools, look, some high schools are catered for football. We got a high school out here that they're known for nothing but football. They're not known for track. They're not known for anything else. They're known for one thing, football. And the whole town is behind them simply because of football. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? So it just gets skewed real quick. And it gets skewed real fast, and you're just not getting an honest game. You know what I'm saying? Because you're getting scouted, of course, when you're in high school. I got scouted when I was in high school. And I'm gonna tell you something, I wasn't serious about football. I wasn't. I was just playing because I was angry. And I got scouted and got 2 letters. I had one good game and got 2 letters. One of my teammates told me, he said, "You're not as good as you think you are." And I was like, I don't really care. This is not my life. And he went on to play in a D2 or D3 school, and I went to the Army. I just, anyway, so I'm going to watch some more NBA and, tell you guys what I think. Give you my best guess other than the obvious, which is I think LeBron James is going to win the whole thing. I mean, it's just bound to happen. And here's another thing. I'm not so quick to say LeBron James is the best player in the league anymore. Okay, let me say this. If I was going to watch the NBA, it wouldn't be because of LeBron James. It just wouldn't. I wouldn't tune in and go, what's LeBron doing? I just wouldn't. I would tune in and see what Kawhi Leonard's doing. Oh, yeah. Well, we're all on board for that. We all LeBron's going to go 3 times. They're going to build that team up until he does. They're going to do this. You know what? See, they made a mistake when they went and put the best player and the third best player on the same team. When they put Golden State together, who already won a championship, and then put a 7-footer in there who can do pretty much everything, everybody was going, there's no competition here. And there wasn't. There was no competition, and then he mysteriously gets hurt in the playoffs, and they lose. What's his name again? Kevin what? 7'1". Like, come on, Kev. Come on, Kev. You couldn't tell me Kawhi Leonard's team was better than theirs. Kevin Durant, yeah. You could not tell me, you could not convince me that their team, that Kawhi's team was better than Canada was better. You can't do it. You cannot convince me of that. The only reason why they did that is because there was a monopoly and people were losing interest. And when people lose interest, they're just like, we have to change something. And everybody knew that Golden State was going to win. There was, like, anybody who thought, other than Drake, anybody other than Drake that really thought, Drake is a mascot now, that Canada could have won that with Kevin Durant there is really just, you're smoking. You're smoking serious weed. You're smoking something. It ain't weed, it's stronger than that. Because that team was not even close to being, they weren't even close to being as good as Golden State. But Golden State let them win, just like Golden State let Cleveland win. They let them win. And that was it, and that's all. You guys, I gotta go. I got a refrigerator being delivered here pretty soon. I gotta go wait for it. Take it easy, guys. I will come back with more NBA Fixed videos. All right? Peace.